buy these powerful Yu-Gi-Oh cards before they skyrocket in price. Like my desk, which stops before it got to my finger. So get to my finger. Thank you. New meta, new me, new YouTube, and today we're going to be talking about some cards that you guys need to pick up before they skyrocket in price, whether it be for the future, whether it be for right now, whether it be because I said so and I'm always right. Let's go ahead and jump on in. What's going on with y'all, big dog? And it is an amazing day for Yu-Gi-Oh! I hope that your day phenomenal, but if it ain't, don't let what happened at the beginning of your day ruin the rest of your day. Not enough hair flip? You gotta respect the cut. Y'all know the ladies like in this chat. Callie just got a cut. Hide your lady. Don't go outside tonight because your girl just might come home with me. I might teach her how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! You can have her after that. Today, me and chat are going to be talking about some cards that you are going to need, whether it's because of the Mega 10 scandal or it's because of a couple of other things. Did you get a pushback, bro? Somebody get him. Say bad words about him. There's nothing wrong with my hairline, chat. Look at it. It's perfectly tilted. My shit's not pushed back. I just gotta look up and I got a lot of forehead. Let's just go ahead and start off with card number one. When we get our new set crossover breakers, there is going to be a strategy named Malice. And I think that strategy is pretty freaking good. It's based around banishing and it's really, really hard to stop. The correct hand trap normally isn't the correct hand trap unless you're playing something specific, like Artifact Lancia. Big dog, I'm not telling you to go for the low versions of Artifact Lancia. It is in Rarity collection. So we're gonna just skip over the super rares, the ultra rares. We're gonna look for the high-end things. I would tell you guys to pick up the QCR copies of Artifact Lancia as well as the high-end, like the Prismatic Collector's Rare and all of that other stuff. Those are gonna be sought after because it's a solid option against Malice. And Ultron also says Daruma Cannon. Bro, look, I'm getting sick and tired of you, dog. You can't be going and talk about the cards on my list. Daruma Cannon is not only an incredibly solid out against Malice, it's just an incredibly solid Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's like Book of Moon meets Book of Eclipse, except in trap form and even better, being able to send monsters on the field that can't be flipped face down. So not only do Link monsters go to the graveyard, any monster that says, "This is unaffected by bird effects," yeah, send yourself to the graveyard anyways. Daruma Cannon is crazy good, especially if you aren't playing a Link deck, so you don't have to suffer the repercussions. And right now, I think that the card's like, what, $3 or something? It's a shame if it's $3. It's already going up. You might want to hop on that. The last reprint set that we had is Quarter Century Bonanza and the Mega 10s of 25th anniversary. I don't expect us to get any other type of reprint set anytime soon. So picking up these cards is pretty important. Would you buy Totally Awesome? No. It's getting a reprint inside of the Rarity Collection 3, which is known as Bonanza. So I would not pick up Totally Awesome at all. Though I would potentially get the high-end versions of Totally. Sathan, which, interesting name, says Mereologic Aggregator and Ultimate Slayer. Sathan, would you like to explain for the class why those cards? Exceeds? Sathan, that's your answer? No, Ultimate Slayer is actually being bought out. It was $50 a little while ago. Now it's a lot for the Starlight Rare. And the other versions are following suit. The reason why is because Ultimate Slayer is an out to so many Yu-Gi-Oh strategies while also sending cards like Mereolic Aggregator from your extra deck to the graveyard to gain an additional effect. So yeah, I wholeheartedly agree on this. Pick up your Ultimate Slayers, but to be honest, I've been caught saying this way too many times to actually say that I'm gonna take credit for this. I think some people are hesitant because every single time Ultimate Slayer becomes a hype card, it doesn't do as well. But this is the time, chat. This is the time. Keep in mind, we cope until we can't cope no more. It is the answer to Raziel and negates another monster on the field, so I actually do like it. How much is evenly matched on average? My brother in Christ, you'd be happy to hear this. You can get evenly matched for pennies on the dollar. It's a good card. I don't think that it's a bad idea to buy anything from either Rarity Collection and High Rarity, especially if it's a semi-playable Yu-Gi-Oh card. But if we want to focus on some cards that are incredibly good and are starting to be picked up right now, I have to say the QCR Charmers that are coming out inside of Quarter Century Bonanza. I think that you are a fool to not have QCR Charmers, guys. And the biggest reason is because the Starlight Charmers started off as really, really cheap. I remember the Win one was like $30. Then it shot up to like $200. Big dog, you guys gotta hear me out. QCRs are a very good investment, but QCR cards that everybody likes are an even better investment. I know for a fact I'm gonna be picking up my QCR Charmers, guys. I don't know what y'all doing, but that is one of the things that I will say that Rarity Collection 3, also known as Quarter Century Bonanza, does have going for it. And there just so happens to be some other cards that it doesn't. You see, a lot of people were saying that the 25th anniversary Mega 10s were a complete flop. And I agree. It was a scam, guys. If you were looking to get SP Little Knights and Chaos Angels and Triple Tactics Thrust and Diabell Stars, you were getting completely ripped off. But if you're looking for the hidden cards inside of 25th anniversary, then you cooking. The Centurion cards, Mseti Glory of Horus, Bestial Dispatter, Guiding Quim, the alternate arts of both Raigeki and Harpy's Feather Duster, transaction rollback as a secret rare. The Quarter Century 25th Anniversary 10 has a lot of low-end cards that players should be hustling up on. As I usually say about Yu-Gi-Oh sets, it's probably smarter to buy the singles instead, and this time it's the perfect opportunity to pick up a bunch of cards that aren't getting reprinted again anytime soon in a really good rarity. Ultron, what about the Memento cards? Yeah, I did tell you to sell those, didn't I? So it's time to crawl on back and pick them up again. Memento is actually one of the strongest decks in the game, and I thought just like how Centurion got reprinted inside of a set, that they would eventually get reprinted too. Give me a bone here. It makes sense, right? If they reprinted Centurion inside of the 25th set, and they reprinted one Memento card, the Field Spell, which is useless everywhere else except for Memento, why wouldn't they reprint Memento too? I think it's fair to assume that Memento is going to get reprinted sometime soon, but the problem is we don't know when. So until you hear another reprint set, probably okay to pick up your Mementos. Strong down. And while I'm walking back on mistakes, I also have the Bestial cards as some cards that you guys should be picking up. Logically, you would think that the Quarter Century Anniversary would have those cards reprinted too. Unfortunately not. And like we said before, there is no reprint in sight. So these alongside of the Kashtira cards are thought of to be some of the most competitive and powerful Yu-Gi-Oh cards that also are going to be expensive because they're going to be sought after soon. If you guys haven't been paying attention, Yu-Gi-Oh has been trending towards engines, and having a supplementary engine inside of your deck is really important. The big four right now is the Fiendsmith engine, the Bestials, the Kashtira, and of course Azamina. Well, Fiendsmith and Azamina are a little bit too new to be reprinted anytime soon, and while the latter two could be reprinted somewhere down the line, it seems that Konami is fumbling the bag by not giving it to you. So you might want to pick them up. Low-key, I wrote a list of wants for Bonanza. It was more than I initially thought I wanted. God damn. Bro, there's QCR Jinzo. That works for Goat. QCR Graceful Charity. QCR Summon Skull. QCR Breaker. Okay, I see you. And also QCR Caius the Shadow Monarch. Those are some cards that I think that are going to be really, really sought after. So if you guys can pick them up for a good price, I 100% would go for it. Honestly, it got a reprint, but I can bet that people will buy out SP Little Knight and it will increase over again. I think that the higher rarity copies of SP Little Knight might be expensive. So like Secret Rare is the second highest rarity right now at this point in time, other than QCR. But once we get the Prismatic Collector's Rare and the Ultimate Rare version of SP Little Knight, I could see those cards potentially getting bought out. I can, because think about it. It would go QCR as #1 de facto, not getting reprinted again. But then after QCR, it would go maybe Prismatic Collector's Rare or Prismatic Secret Rare. Those may be heavily sought after. I see your point there. Collector's Rare SP is bussin'. Don't use that word again. But that's all that I have for the cards that you should be picking up, big dog. If you guys know of any other cards, let us know down below in the comment section. I can't wait to talk about some more cards. And like usual, I put this list on my Patreon as a special thank you, or you could have caught us up on stream. Until then, big dog, go ahead and check out these videos so I could catch you on the next one.